Alright, students, today we're going to be working on Chapter 3, Character Formatting. In this lesson, some skills you will learn is formatting characters manually, using Format Painter, formatting text and styles, formatting text using WordArt, inserting text, formatting existing documents and other file formats, and removing text formatting. Alright, so you need to use your File Explorer to open up in your data files. So find your folder, find your data files, go to Lesson 3, and we're going to open up Class Description. So a character is a single letter, number, symbol, or punctuation mark. A font is a typeface that applies a style to characters. Font sizes are measured in points. Point size refers to the height of your characters, with 1 point equaling approximately 1/72 of an inch. Point sizes in Word range from the very small 8-point size to 72 points or higher. Okay, so within the document, after you've opened Class Descriptions, it tells us to select the first line. So I'm going to highlight this. Alright, and in the font group, on the Home tab, we're going to click the font drop-down arrow to display the menu. The first line is formatted with the theme font Calibri. Okay. It says scroll down the list and position the mouse pointer on Century Gothic. Century Gothic, which is right here. Notice that as you point to each of the fonts in the list, the selected text changes with a live preview of what it would look like in that font. Click Century Gothic, and with the text still selected, click the drop-down arrow on the font size menu. Menu appears. We're going to change it to font size of 18. Okay, and then it tells us to select Group, Exercise, Class Descriptions. And we're going to click the down arrow and choose Gadugi. I'm going to type a G, which will take me hopefully to the G fonts. I guess it didn't. We'll just scroll down to find Gadugi. And in the font sizes, we're going to choose a font size of 16. Notice right here it says you can save time by typing the font name in the font box instead of searching for it. Select the remainder of the text in the document. So I'm going to select the whole document. Okay, and it says point to the select to the selected text to display the mini toolbar. So if I right click with my mouse, I could see this mini toolbar. Click the drop down arrow on the font, and we're going to choose Constantina. Constantina, I'm just going to type that in. Okay, and then it says, with the text still selected, click the font size menu on the mini toolbar, and we're going to choose 12. Click in a blank area of the document to deselect your text. Okay. Select Preston Creek Family YMCA in the font group and click the Increase Font Size button once to increase the size of the text. Okay, it says click the Increase Font button 3 more times until the point size is 26. 1, 2, 3. Should be set to 26 there. Click in a blank area of the document to deselect your text. And just click at the bottom. Okay, and then it says save this document as classes in your lesson folder. Save as, browse. In my Word folder, I'm going to now make a new folder and name this Lesson 3. In my Lesson 3 folder, I want to name this Classes. Okay. Pause to leave the document open to use in the next exercise. Text effects add a distinctive appearance to selected text, such as outline, shadow, glow, and reflection. It tells me to select the title of the document, Preston Creek Family YMCA, and in the font command group, we're going to choose bold. Notice that the bold button in the font group is now selected. We're going to select the subtitle, group exercise class descriptions, and this time I'm going to italicize it. The italics button appears highlighted. Select active older adults next, and in the mini toolbar we're going to choose bold. With the text still selected, we're going to also click on underline. And with the text still selected, click the drop down arrow beside the underline button in the font group. A menu of underlining choices appears. Hover over each one to see there should be a screen tip. Okay, and we're going to choose the one that's called Thick Underline, the third line down in the menu. Before you click, a screen tip displays Thick Underline. Under the Cardio Combo heading, select All Fitness Levels Welcome right here. And in the font group, we're going to click the text highlight button. Okay, and I'm going to choose the one that's called Teal, which is right here. The selected text is highlighted. Select the title, Preston Creek Family YMCA, and in the font group, click the dialog box launcher. The font dialog box appears. In the effects section, which is down here, we are going to choose all caps. Review the preview area and notice how the text is now in all caps. So I went from here to there. Okay, click the drop down arrow on the font color menu, and we're going to choose, a screen tip appears when you place your insertion point over the different colors. We are going to choose Aqua Accent 5, but we're going to choose the one that's darker 50%, so this one down here at the bottom. Okay, from the theme colors section at the top. Click OK, and with the text still selected, click the text effects drop down arrow, which is right here, and hover over each of the options and select the fill, white outline, accent, fill, white, outline, accent 5. Okay, yours may not say accent 5. It might say accent 1. If it does, that's okay. But I believe you're going to choose this one right here. Okay, applying the text effect to the selected text changes it back to its original capitalization. With the text still selected, right-click to access the shortcut menu. And we're going to select font. And then click the text effects button to open the format text effects. Right here. Okay, and notice that you have two options, text fill and outline and text effects. You can display additional options by clicking on an icon or the expand button right here. Okay, click the expand button by the text fill command. And we're going to choose gradient fill. And then click the drop down arrow by the preset gradients and select select gradient fill, and then click the drop down arrow by the presets right here. And we're going to choose medium gradient accent 2. Which is this red one. Okay. Click the drop down arrow to change the direction. And we're going to choose linear diagonal top right to bottom left, which is this third option right here. And the angle change from 270 to 135. The position of the gradient can be changed by using the gradient stop slider. Position the middle slider to 26%. So right now it's at 48. I'm going to drag it down to 26%. Okay, and then it says to click OK. And then click OK to close the font dialog box launcher. So right now my Preston Creek Family YMCA looks something like this. Alright. Save the document as in our lesson 3 folder as classes 1. Save. Okay, next we're going to be working with character spacing. Character spacing refers to the spacing in and around each character of text. So we're going to select the text, group exercise, class descriptions, and on the Home tab we're going to click the dialog box launcher in the font group. We'll choose Advanced tab and then open the scale drop down list to 90%. Okay, open the spacing drop down list and we're going to choose expanded. Leave the by amount set to default of 1 point. Okay. And we're going to click OK. So my letters have kind of become expanded, sort of. We're going to click File, Save As, and this time we're going to save this document as Classes 2. Pause, leave this document open to use the next exercise. Next it says to select the Active Older Adults heading right here. Okay, and then on the Home tab in the clipboard group, we're going to choose the Format Painter button. Okay, this is one of my favorite features of Word. Format Painter copies the formatting from your selected text, and the pointer changes to a paintbrush icon when you point to the text. Okay, so basically what it's doing is it's copying this format of this text that I have selected. Using the paintbrush pointer to select the next heading, Boot Camp class, or Boot Camp, the copy format is applied. I'm going to select Boot Camp. Okay, so my format has been applied to Boot Camp. With Boot Camp still selected, this time I'm going to double click on my Format Painter. Okay. Notice that the status bar says select content to apply the copied formatting or press escape to cancel. Notice also that the mouse pointer becomes a paintbrush icon when you place it over text. You will now be able to apply the same formatting to several items in your document. So I'm going to now select Cardio Combo, Cardio Kickboxing, and it says select the remaining headings using the method you learned to select multiple text by pressing Control and then click the text to apply the formatting. So you can double click. I'm going to highlight all of these headings. When you're finished with the last heading, click the Format Painter or press the Escape key to turn off the Format Painter. We're going to save this document as Classes 3 in our folder. Formatting text with styles. Alright, so the styles group is over here on our document. Okay, it says we're going to select the Active Older Adults heading. In the Styles command group on the Home tab, we're going to select Heading 1. So there are a bunch of different styles. We're going to choose Heading 1. The style is applied to the heading. Use the multi-selection to select all of the headings. So I'm going to press Control, and I'm going to click to highlight Boot Camp, Cardio Combo, Cardio Kickboxing, Core Express, Indoor Cycling, Flex, Pilates, and Yoga. Just by pressing the Control key, I'm able to highlight all of these at once, even though they're not right next to each other. And I'm going to choose Heading 1. Okay, the Heading 1 is applied to all the remaining styles. In the second section, or second sentence of Active Older Adults description, select Low Impact. Okay. In the Styles group, click the dialog box launcher. The Styles pane appears as shown. We're going to choose Subtle Emphasis. Okay, in the Styles list, notice a screen tip appears with the defaults for the style. Click Subtle Emphasis. The style is applied to the selected text. Alright. In the Boot Camp description, we're going to select Challenging. And we're going to click Subtle Emphasis again. In Core Express, we're going to select Strengthen. Choosing Subtle Emphasis again. And in Indoor Cycling, we're going to choose High Energy. And choose Subtle Emphasis one more time. Oh, I'm sorry, take that back. In Yoga, We're going to select breathing. I'm going to hold down my control key, and I'm also going to select relaxation. And I'm going to choose subtle emphasis on those words as well. Okay, it says click the X to close the styles pane. And it says to open the navigation pane and practice browsing through the document using the headings tab. So I'm going to go to view, navigations pane, and because I have these different headings, I can now click on these to navigate around my document because I have it set to a heading. Save this document as Classes 4. Alright, next we're going to be modifying styles. So in the Styles group, on the Home tab, click the dialog box launcher to open the Styles pane. And we're going to right-click on Subtle Emphasis to display the Subtle Emphasis menu or the drop-down arrow as shown in Figure 3-8. We're going to choose Modify to modify the Modify Style dialog box appears. Okay, we're going to click the bold button. Click the font color drop down arrow and we're going to choose dark red. In the standard color section, notice the preview in the dialog box changes. Clear the Add to Styles Gallery box. Checkbox. The modification you just made will apply to this document and will not appear on the styles list. Click the Format button and select Font. The Font dialog box opens to give you more options. On the Font tab, in the Effects section, it tells us to click on Small Caps checkbox. Click OK to close the Font dialog box. Okay, and then click OK to close the Modify Style dialog box. Okay, notice how the text with Subtle Emphasis Style automatically changes to the modification that I just completed. So all of these words should be red. Close the Styles pane by clicking the X. In the Styles group, we're going to right-click Heading 1 from the gallery to display Heading 1 menu, and we're going to choose Modify. In the Modify Style dialog box, we're going to choose Font Color, drop-down arrow, and we're going to choose Red, Accent 6, Darker 50%. So that'd be this one right here. Even though it says Accent 2, it really is Accent 6. So choose that color. And in the font size drop-down arrow, we're going to change this to 18. And we're going to clear the Add to Styles Gallery checkbox. The modification made will apply to this document and will not appear on the style list. We're going to click OK. Okay, and all of our headings should now become red and slightly bigger. I'm going to save this document as Classes 5. Okay. And we're going to pause and leave the document open to use in the next exercise. Next, we're going to create a new character style. So we're going to select the text, Low Impact. Okay, this text previously had Subtle Emphasis Style applied to it. On the Home tab, we're going to click the Increase Font Size button to increase it to a font size of 12. Okay, for just that selected text. On the Home tab, click the dialog box launcher in the Styles group. The Styles pane opens. At the bottom of the pane, we're going to click New Style button, just right here. The Create New Style from Formatting dialog box opens. It tells us to click Open the Style Type drop-down list right here, and we're going to choose Character. In the name box, we're going to type key term. Okay, we're going to click the Format button. Okay, and a list appears. On the menu, we're going to click Shortcut key. The Customize Keyboard dialog box appears as shown in Figure 3-10. We're going to click in the Press New Shortcut key text box, and we're going to select on our keyboard Control, Alt, Shift, and K. Alright, it says open the Save Changes in the dialog box list. And we're going to choose Classes 5. Click the Assign button and then click Close. Okay, and then we're going to click OK. In the Styles pane, right-click the Subtle Emphasis style and select All. Okay, so all of my words that I had my subtle emphasis selected on, I'm selecting all. In the Styles pane, click Key Term to apply it to all of the selected styles. We're going to press the Close button in the upper right hand corner, so it made my words slightly bigger. Okay, and now we're going to save this document as, in our Lesson 3 folder, Classes 6. Pause, leave this document open to use in the next exercise. Next, we're going to open the class descriptions file you began in this chapter. So I'm going to go back here, go to my data files, chapter 3, and I'm going to reopen class descriptions. Okay. Alright, we're going to save this file as a Word template with the name Class Descriptions Template in your lesson folder. So I'm going to go to File Save. I'm going to choose my Lesson 3 folder. So I'm going to go back to Word, Lesson 3. And this time I'm going to save this file as a Word template. So I'm going to come down here to Word Template and my Save As type. And I'm going to choose Class Descriptions Template. Okay, save. And then it tells me to close the file. In the Classes Documents window on the Home tab, click the dialog box launcher. Click the dialog box launcher in the Styles group. The Styles pane appears. At the bottom of the Styles pane, we're going to click Manage Styles right here. Okay, the Manage Styles dialog box appears. In the bottom left corner of the dialog box, click the Import Export button. The organizer dialog box appears as shown in figure 3-11. The styles in the classes 6 document appears in the list on the left. On the right, the styles in the normal .m template appear. Okay, we're going to click the Close File button under the Normal Templates file list. And we're going to click Open File. Okay, the Open Combo dialog box appears. Browse the location containing classes description. So I gotta go back to here. I'm gonna go to my Z drive. Make sure you're in your Z drive. Word lesson 3. Cancel. So when I went to open, I just didn't see my classes template. Alright, so I'm going to click cancel. And basically, we were supposed to copy the styles from classes 6 over to our template, but I'm not able to find it because for some reason it's not wanting to open. So it's not there. We're going to hit cancel. And we're going to close. Okay. And we're going to move on. Still using classes 6. Okay. So it says to use the document that's open from the previous exercise, we're going to select Preston Creek Family YMCA, and we're going to click the Insert tab in the text group, and we're going to choose Word Art. So Word Art is this little A over here in the text group. In the Word Art gallery, we're going to select the red accent to outline accent to. So that would be this one right here. The text is now formatted as Word Art, and the Drawing Tools Format tab appears. A text box appears around the Word Art. So you see the box around it. It says to select the text box and change the font size to 28 point. Okay, notice that the words group exercise have been moved up to one line. Alright, next place your insertion point along the text box outline until it changes to the move arrow. Okay, and it says press the left mouse button to select the box. So you want to make sure that it's selected. And drag the box to the horizontal center of the page until the words group exercise move back to the second line. So about right there. Okay. It says select the heading text again in the Word Art Styles group on the Drawing Tools Format tab. It says select the drop-down arrow by text outline. Just right here, I believe. Alright, and we're going to choose no outline. This action removes the outline from the text. Click the text fill drop-down arrow, and we're going to choose red accent, oh, not shape fill, text fill. I'm going to choose no fill back there, okay. So we're going to choose red accent 2. Okay, next it says select the text effects, and we're going to choose transform. Okay, and then hover over the options under the word warp, under the warp section, and we're going to choose double wave 1. So I think double wave 1 is right here. Alright, so it has kind of a wavy text. We're going to click the Save As in our lesson 3, and we're going to choose Classes 7 as our name. Alright, inserting text from a file. Locate the data files for this lesson and then open Resume. Okay, so my data files are right here. Here's Resume. I'm gonna adjust it to over there. It says scroll down to the bottom of the document and place the insertion point after the final word Texas. Enable your editing if you need to. Alright, here's Texas. We're going to press Control Enter, okay, to insert a page break and move the insertion point to the next page. On the Insert tab in the text group, we're going to choose Object drop-down list, and we're going to choose Text from File. The Insert File combo box appears, which looks almost exactly like the Open combo box. Locate and select the file named References, which should be in your data files. Okay, I'm going to double click on that to open my references, and a new page of text appears in the document. We're going to save the document as Resume 2. Make sure you're saving it, however, in your Lesson 3 folder, not in your data files. Sorry, Resume 2. Save. And then it says close the file. Get ready, open Word if it's not already running. From within Word, open the Tecteris 3 PDF. So I'm going to browse back to my data files, Lesson 3, and I'm going to open up the Tecteris 3 file, a PDF. Okay, it said Word will convert your PDF to an editable Word document. Okay, so you can now edit PDF documents in a Word document. It'll convert it for you. Alright, click OK by opening the PDF. You have imported the document into Word. The ribbon is now active. I have to click Enable Editing. Okay. Okay, and the ribbon is now active and you can begin applying formatting to the document. Select the whole document by pressing Control A. And we're going to change the font to Times New Roman. Okay, and we're going to change it to a font size of 12. You can also select text from the editing group on the Home tab. In the first paragraph, select Tecteris Real Estate. Okay, and then format the text with bold, italics, dark red text color, and small caps. So I gotta go to the font launcher and I gotta choose small caps. Okay. In the first paragraph, select sold. So to do this, I am needing to highlight only the words. I'm going to press the Control key. I'm going to select renovated, appraised, leased, and managed. Being careful not to select the commas or the and. I'm going to format by italicizing and bolding and changing the color to blue-gray text 2. I think it's this one. Blue-gray text 2. Save as a PDF file. File save as in my lesson 3 folder. So I'm going to go to Word lesson 3. And I'm going to change my save as type to a PDF. And I'm going to name the file name Tech Terrace Updated or Update. And my file type needs to be a PDF. To close the window, so I'm going to hit save, or you can press Alt F4. Okay, and it says close the file. If a prompt appears to confirm saving the changes to Tech Terrace 3, we're going to click Don't Save. Pause, leave Word open to use in the next exercise. We're going to use Classes 7 again. And remember that this is a file you saved earlier. We're going to select Active Older Adults. And in the font group, we're going to click the clear, in the font group, we're going to click the clear formatting, and we're going to remove, and the text returns the default font of Calibri. Okay, select Boot Camp, and in the styles group, we're going to click the More drop-down arrow. And we're going to click Clear Formatting. The formatting is removed. Press Control to select Cardio Combo. And continue to hold Control key to select the remaining headings. Okay, and then click Clear Formatting in the font group. By pressing Control key, you can use multi-selection to select non-continuous text. Deselect all the text. And it says to save this document as Classes 8. Okay, and then close Word. And you are done with Lesson 3. You now have a knowledge assessment, and then there are 2 projects to work on as well in your lesson. Okay, projects begin on page 65. Good luck.